What's going on, everyone? I'm Arda, this is ESPN Esports, and let's take a look back at the weekend in esports, shall we? First thing we got to talk about, our Overwatch League Season 2 Grand Finals are set. Vancouver Titans, San Francisco Shock on a collision course in the Grand Finals, Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the end of the month. This is appropriate. This is fitting. How fitting that two of the three most dominant teams in Season 2 of the Overwatch League are meeting in the Grand Finals. They met there in the Stage 1 playoffs, Stage 2 playoffs as well. They traded championships, and now they're in the rubber match for the big chip. And we will see who wins at the end of September. But this is also a battle of two MVP candidates in the playoffs. Your regular season MVP, Sinatra for San Francisco, and Hacksaw, who's the Rookie of the Year, who could have been in consideration for MVP of the regular season as well with how he played all season. They're on a collision course. They're going to meet in the finals and lead their teams to possible glory. And whoever wins that matchup, if they have a good game, they would be crowned the playoff MVP in my humble opinion. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm sure that everyone involved around Overwatch League is thrilled that this is the matchup that is going to be profiled on ABC. Let's stick with Activision Blizzard. We got 3 more cities announced for the upcoming Call of Duty League, which will launch in 2020. It's going to be a city-based league just like Overwatch League. And the 3 confirmed cities to add to the list are London, England, Seattle, Washington, and Chicago, Illinois. Now that last one is extra interesting because of the news that came out this weekend that OptiC Hex is no more, at least the OptiC part. You can put NRG in front of his name now. That is correct. Hector Rodriguez, one of the pioneers in esports, one of the more respected figures in esports, is joining NRG, and he is being linked to a possible, probable upcoming Call of Duty Chicago franchise. Big news there, a huge pickup, a win-win situation for both NRG and for Hex as well. Hopefully he thrives in his new role with NRG. Let's move to another organization now, Evil Geniuses. They didn't have the best luck in TI this year. Once again, couldn't get past OG. 2 years in a row that OG, their long rivals, were able to dispatch them at TI. Well, they're making some roster changes, and the most surprising name to come out of that one is SumaiL. Of course, he is the highest earning Evil Geniuses player in history, over $3.5 million earned under that banner. Of course, a TI championship in 2015 as well. Widely regarded as one of the best Dota 2 players out there. SumaiL is now looking for a new home, or maybe he's not. It's just not public yet. We don't know. What is he going to do next? Is he going to go and play with his brother? I did find it interesting that OG has already reached out. Seb reached out and said, hey, you know, OG SumaiL looks kind of good, to which he responded, maybe tongue-in-cheek, you know, I've always wanted to play for an EU team, and that just makes you stroke the imaginary beard there on what's going to happen in SumaiL's future. Can you imagine, though, if SumaiL were to join OG? OG's already regarded widely as the greatest Dota 2 team of all time, and then they're adding SumaiL? I mean, at that point, are we just giving them the Aegis of Champions before TI even starts? Let's talk about CSGO now. Blast Pro Series this past weekend in Moscow. Avangard from Kazakhstan are your champions. The big story there was, of course, the retirement of Zeus. This was his last ever professional CSGO event. He's going to hang it up and move on to different things in his life. So all we really need to say here is congratulations, Zeus, on a fantastic career. Zeus, you are one of the pioneers of Counter-Strike and definitely CSGO. And no matter what you do next, we hope that it's fruitful, and we hope that you enjoy retirement. Finally, the Apex Legends preseason invitational went down, and once again, TSM has cemented themselves as the team to beat. Imperial Hal and company claiming the championship and the lion's share of the $500,000 prize pool, just over $100K earned. And between that and X Games, where they were champions as well, they have really cemented themselves as the best team in Apex Legends right now. The big topic, though, coming out of this tournament was the format. had. Of course, on the very last day, it was a little bit of a change in the format. There were no lull or moot point games. You had to get to a certain threshold, 50 points, before you could actually win the championship with your next first place finish. So that to me added a lot of drama. I loved watching it. I did watch it on replay. I love that drama building, and yes, there is a scenario where that broadcast could go on and on and on. But really, when you go right down to it, I truly believe that particularly late stage Apex Legends is among some of the best esports out there. And with this format where you're adding a layer of drama where a team has to get first place in that game in order to win the championship after accumulating a certain amount of points, I think we are definitely in the step in the right direction. And if we continue on with this as we go to a Apex Legends regular season, I definitely think that's a good thing. So that's it for us right now. Please click that subscribe button and ring the bell as well so that you'll know when videos like these drop on our ESPN Esports YouTube, and of course continued coverage available at espn.com/esports.